by tools. You're not going to be able to explain to a person the idea that, for example, doing long division creates a level of thinking that's going to be beneficial for them. That's not how it works. The thing is that if you're teaching, like the way that you solve this, by the way, how do you solve this? You solve this by teaching abstract logic. That's what you have to do. Instead of trying to teach, like, you know, compute this problem, solve this math equation, you have to go and take a step back and teach abstract logic and concepts. So the solution isn't just continuing to teach people long division and multiplication infinitely, right? That's just a mistake.
Every subject, including thinking itself.
Algebra is absolutely necessary. It's absolutely not. I bet if you gave everybody in this chat an algebra test, the 80 or 90% of people would fail it. Even algebra 1, I bet they would fail it. And do you know why? It's because nobody uses it because it doesn't matter. That's the reason.
Research on
Yo,
AI and cognition.
hello.
Students who use AI show
Anybody
weaker
and
reasoning
everyone.
skills.
Yep.
They accept answers without questioning them. Researchers call it cognitive offloading. They develop this pattern of generating first
I'm
and
putting
thinking
my
later,
video in the
or
background
really
'cause-
generating first and not thinking at all. And the scary part is these
it's more like
studies are showing cognitive decline in adults.
I'll
People
turn it
with
down a little
poorly
bit, but I'll
developed
put
brains.
subtitles
If
on.
AI is doing this to adults, then what is it doing to a brain that's still forming?
Well, they're not using their thinking. That's the reason why. What a great idea. Let's not prepare kids for the real world. So your inability to adapt with the current times as a teacher is contained.
This is how you
This is
die.
why you need to have, again, Navy SEALs being in the fucking, making these decisions and being teachers. Is because these retarded parents, like, their idea of solving this problem isn't teaching kids for the future. Oh no. It's trying to remove every stimuli possible so things can be just like they were in 1995. It's not 1995 anymore. It's not 2005 anymore. It's not even 2015. The fact is, the world has changed. And if you're not teaching kids and preparing them for the world that exists now, you're putting them at a disadvantage. You are.
So you want to be a software engineer? Go to boot.dev, make a free account, write some...
Well, what the fuck? No, I'm being honest. You need critically thinking, though? No, I'm being honest. Absolutely. What's this here? The whole reason we develop such large brains is thinking critically? Yeah, definitely. And Plus, it's AI Avatar. What do you think they do in China? Regulate tech in classrooms? Well, I don't know what they do in China. I have no idea. You fail to understand that they're not trying to teach content. They're just teaching kids to activate their brains for the first time in their lives due to them being overstimulated with content. That's the point. I don't think that's really the point at all. I think that if you can't stimulate and you can't get people to focus on something, at a certain point, it is the teacher's fault. And I think that everybody knows this to be true. I know that we all like to get together and circle jerk about how, oh yeah, this is, kids nowadays are so stupid. But I think that we all had classes when we were in like elementary school or middle school or high school where there was a teacher there that was just a total fucking moron and nobody paid attention to them. But then you go to another class and the teacher actually knew what they were talking about and they could actually teach the class and people paid attention. I think that's it. And so we've all had this experience.
I gotta think of a map or a house. Now I do like a classic house like back here,
this is the way it actually
but in the save it's burnt down.
Of course it
I
is.
think.
Like
So I
don't
can't
know how
use
people
it.
can be so stupid. How can anybody be so stupid to not realize that
I
if
could
you're living in a
do
world that is constantly
a
evolving and changing
thing
with technology, the solution to that
to
should
see
not be removing the
from
technology.
Zomboid
This is
map.
not you're not preparing a kid for the real world
Alright,
by removing
I'm
the
in
technology.
Maldraw.
And then
What's
there's
a good
also another
house?
component. I want to talk about one more thing, then we're going to move on. These schools are not teaching critically thinking. They're not teaching critical thinking. They're teaching worthless little factoids like who started
Big
Minnesota,
urban
or whether
warehouse?
it was
I
like
could make that
Catholics
my
in whatever
house.
fucking place that it was. This is worthless, useless information
And then there's
that
a
people will forget probably 5 minutes, just like I did. They'll forget 5 minutes after they read it. You're not teaching kids anything that's valuable.
That's where I
You're not
spawned.
teaching kids anything that matters. You're just
I
teaching
think I'm
them
gonna do
these
it.
worthless factoids so you can understand, or they can take a
I
test
could do the
that
mode
tests
now
them
that
on
has
these
a bunch
worthless
of
factoids,
rooms.
and then
This
it
is
never
boarded
improves
off.
their life at all. It's basically the idea of give a man a fish, he fed for a day. Teach a man to fish, you'll feed him for life. That's really what they do.
I
is they
I
want you to
would use
learn
this house, but
these
it's
different,
completely
like, little
burnt
things.
down.
Okay, you have to know this, that, and the other thing, and everything else. But they're not really teaching you any sort of problem-solving process
Ooh, I could
at
use
all.
this.
And that's why I said you have to. The shift has to be away from repeating factoids back to the teacher that they told you. And
I
it
think
needs
I'll
to
go to
shift
the
over
isolated
to
house.
understanding logic and being able to connect different points.
So I am
That's
right
it.
here.
And if you can't teach kids in that way, the kids will not be prepared for the real world. That's
Alright,
fundamentally
I got
how
a
it
path.
is. Wasted IQ
Put
train,
that
no
on my
profitable
other
skills. Yeah,
monitor.
they have no, like, it's not a skill to know that. I think you're being far too general with this. I'm not. Because this is something, technology is changing everything. It's changing the way that people do everything. So if you're not teaching them a foundational way of thinking, then it doesn't matter what they learn. Because this is another thing too, is that
God, I'm so
whenever you're
hungry
teaching
in this
people
game.
skills, if those skills are not going to be applied in real life, they will be forgotten. This is just the reality. A lot of the things that you remember, here's a great example. How many of you guys ever had a time where you were in school and let's say you went, over Christmas break and you come back and you forgot your locker combination? Yes, right? Okay, yeah. So a lot of people think the same. It is. I think that, as I said, if I had them take a 9th grade test, I bet the overwhelming majority of people would fail.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. So now get 2 snack wraps plus fries and a medium soup drink for just $8. For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
Oh, this is a
It's because
problem.
if you don't teach people how to think and things that are useful, they will
My car's
forget.
small enough? Yep.
That's just the reality.
Actual pencil and paper
I won't have
is a
to
method
tow
that we've
those.
used for hundreds of years because it actually works. But I want to discuss who's
Curves,
actually
yeah.
incentivized to have
I'm in
AI
the right spot, I
classroom.
think.
We already know what social media was designed to do, and we know the future design because Mark Zuckerberg has been quite open about that. He thinks AI can fill the gaps in your friendships. He's exploiting the loneliness caused by his own apps. Then there's Noam Shazir. He's the founder of Character AI.
I want to make sure this burnt
Shazir
down.
said, I joke that we're not going to replace Google, we're going to replace your mom.
I'm gonna do this house. I like this house in
AI
general.
chatbot to replace mothers.
And I know the
person
layout.
is supposed to guide you, help you make decisions, and provide you with life advice. He would rather his chatbot do that. And then there's Sam Altman. There's always a Sam Altman because the man has never received a podcast invitation that he could turn down.
I should buy all for us. This is lives to change those younger, especially therapist, life coach.
I've seen people do this. They
I'm gonna have
use
to break
ChatGPT
that.
for therapy, which is crazy to me.
Relationship problems, but they don't really make life decisions without asking ChatGPT what they should do. And it has like the full
My
context
God.
of every person in their life and what they've talked about. There's just
What?
people just to say like, I can't make any decision in my life without telling ChatGPT everything that's going on. And he doesn't do
Okay, I like AI, but this is too much. This is crazy. Oh my God.
These CEOs know exactly what,
What
they're
the
doing.
fuck?
They're not accidentally replacing critical thinking. They're designing tools. They want users dependent on the chatbot for advice, for
Yeah.
decision making.
Just as I remember it,
Because dependency is a business model. In fact,
So
it
nice.
equates to $20 a month for chat.
crowbar hand. Yeah,
And
this
all of
house
this
is
has a
good.
societal cost, and
Especially since it's already barricaded.
To teach. I spend my day managing behaviors and teaching.
That door is
students how to
locked.
use emotions.
Uh-oh.
That door's, or that window's locked.
My job is managing behaviors.
Yep,
I
gotta
watched a
watch out
video
for
of a
zombies.
teacher getting pepper sprayed by
Probably
a
one
student
more.
Maybe they thought
Yep,
the
I hear
teacher was
one.
ice.
in the school because they took their phone because it was being used to cheat on a test.
Yep. Oh my God.
Where? He's dead.
Wow.
None of them did. Teachers go into the profession with the expectation that they will teach, similar to how their teachers taught them. They didn't realize that they would be managing behaviors because they're not behavioral therapists. But today, that's what the job entails. Severe breakouts, tremors, daily anxiety attacks, crying before
Tweezers
work,
already
crying
have
after
those.
work, dreading the drive in, bringing work home because there's not enough time to do your job at your
Jesus, this is so bad.
job. The data shows teacher shortages were being reported on back in 1998. But
Yeah, I
back
bet.
then,
Because you don't pay them any money. That's the problem. You just have a bunch of brain-dead Karens that are working at these high schools and middle schools. And the reason why is that anybody who's not wouldn't be working there. You get treated like a bot. The students are pepper spraying you. Nobody knows anything. You have to cater your education to the dumbest person in the class. You don't get paid any fucking money. You're on call constantly, and you get treated like a retard. So yeah, big surprise, people don't want to be teachers. Wow, what a surprise.
it's fewer than 30% of states. Fast forward to today, and it's 86%
So
of school
the
districts
top
that
is
can't
totally
fill their
blocked.
positions.
It's safe.
86% is
The
a
bottom is
plus.
not totally safe.
411,000 teaching
But
positions are either empty or filled by someone who
I can
isn't fully
fix that.
qualified. As a result of having
No,
less
it can't
staff
hard.
and more students
That's
with
fine.
behavioral issues, teachers are burning out.
Engineering.
In fact, teachers
Yeah,
have
I
the
bet.
highest burnout rates of all industries, with 44% reporting always or very often feeling
Well, I mean, the reason why too is that nowadays, because teachers, there's like so much more technology. Like I talked to somebody who was a teacher semi-recently, and they told me that they had to respond back to the parent complaints and the parent messages within 3 days. So even if it was on like a weekend or something, they still had to be replying back to these messages and talking to these parents. So I think that's the big difference too. Parents are shit. Well, I'm saying in general, right? They're cooked, yeah. And so like you have these teachers that like they have to spend their own money on school supplies. Number one.
I'm just gonna put
Number
all the
two,
food in
they're
this.
massively disrespected by the students, and then the parents blame any shortcoming of the student on the
That's
teacher.
good.
And then on top of that, the parents now have this teacher at their beck and call at any moment, at any time. And so really, and
There's
all
2
of this
hand
is
axes
for
and a
being
crowbar
paid,
in this
I don't know,
house.
$45,000 or $55,000 a year. Yeah, of course they're gonna quit. Of course they're gonna hate it. I think it makes
You
sense.
know,
I
I'm
mean, I
gonna be
would.
so honest. I don't think I
This
need
clip
this right
says
here.
how it feels going to sleep tonight, knowing that I don't have to wake up tomorrow and teach children because I quit my teaching job in the middle of the year.
Man.
We can go to the comments. What are you doing instead? Asking for me.
Wow.
Currently in class and just letting them
Okay,
talk
so
over
I
me
can't
because
do
I'm
that.
tired of it already. What do you do now? I went out.
Maybe I'm an asshole for saying this, but I bet a lot of these teachers are probably awful. Because I remember what it was like whenever I was in school, and a lot of the teachers that always complained about being teachers, the reason why is because they were retards that nobody respected. And so, like, most of them are exactly right. I mean, so whenever
I
I hear,
can't see
oh, it's
through
so
that.
hard, it's
Oh,
so
it's
bad.
2.
Yeah,
Whatever,
sure.
it's fine.
And yeah, it's like, let's go ahead. Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, you're passing out worksheets for all the students to do. And they can't look anything up on the internet. Right, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because they're never going to have the internet, for sure.
Out of education. Quitting teaching was the best decision of my life.
Same.
You won't regret it.
You're shitting on
This
everybody?
is honestly
Yeah.
terrifying seeing how many teachers wanting to quit. Teachers deserve better than this.
What they need to do is they need to pay teachers way more money, and then you have higher quality, better teachers. That's the problem. It's like, why would somebody that was a well-educated,
Can you not pick up
intelligent person, why would they choose
corpses?
to become a teacher unless they're just
I
extremely
thought you
passionate?
could.
So when you're foregoing a
Guess
certain
not.
quality of life, you're not able to, like, the only people that you get as teachers, and I'm sure you guys probably had this happen in high school, is that maybe 80-20, right? Like 90-10. 80% of your teachers were retarded kids, and 20% or 10% of your teachers were
I'm gonna
really,
put all the good
engaging,
tools, like the
super
tools I
motivated,
find in
great
there.
teachers that were like S-tier,
Cooking will
educators.
go under the sink.
And like that's probably how it was, right? And so the reason why is because those 80% bots, they couldn't get a job anywhere else. That's the reason why. Nobody
Guns,
else would hire them.
weapons, all in there.
Comments are filled with teachers who want out
And then I'll just
or
put all the
teachers who have already
clothes
left, and it's
in
the best
the-
decision they made. By the way, this video was
In the
posted
washing
1 week
machine?
ago. It has over 2 million views and over
Because why not?
292,000 likes.
Jesus.
The algorithm found every burnt out
Books,
teacher
I'll put
in
them on the
America.
I
bookshelf.
think it's probably a lot less than that.
I live like this.
How do you afford this on a teacher's salary? Oh, she should start a
Food.
daycare.
Food. Dog
Wow.
food, still food.
So that my students can live like this.
Oh, that's nice.
There's
See
clothes.
that? Why do we have this happen? I think this is a really great example of what
I'll
I'm
still
talking
put the
about.
reading glasses in there.
She should be getting the money that we're funneling to these Somalian,
Oh, God.
scammers. All of these parasite immigrant scammers, ship them back to whatever shithole they came from, and then give these people the
Oh, my
money
God.
to educate our kids.
I'm gonna break my foot.
What are we doing? Really? What a stupid way of doing things.
I want to get rid of all the blood in this house. Doesn't look pretty.
It's good. So good. With powerhouse performances from Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson.
Tell me I'm doing the right thing.
You are.
Song Sung Blue. Buy or rent today.
I guess
Can
it's
I afford to do
useful.
this on a teacher's salary? The answer is I can't.
Yep.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I am beyond broke.
This is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
Are the people that we're losing. Teachers who are willing to live paycheck to paycheck to nurture the next generation.
No, I
A
didn't want to
survey
wear
found
them.
nearly 97% of teachers use their own money to buy classroom supplies.
97%.
Teachers earning between $35,000 to $50,000 are spending $700 out of
That's
pocket
ridiculous.
each school year for kids to have pencils.
Oh,
Critical thinking
the
is
fuck?
becoming a class marker who can actually question things. But this is to be expected.
I want to put a sheet
For
over
years,
here.
education has been systematically devalued,
I'll have to go
defunded,
loot a
and
house.
deprioritized.
The reason why our education system is
That
so
door's
bad
not locked. It
is
will never
because we
be. This
tailor our
door's locked.
education
Has a
system
sheet.
around making the
Barricades.
dumbest 10 to 20% of the people in high schools graduate. That's the reason why. If
wanna
we
draw,
let and we tailor the
but I'ma
education
move
system
stuff.
around intelligent people, rather than, dragging these worthless pieces of garbage all the way through school, then everything would be totally fine, and we'd be up there with China. The real problem is that the education system is catered to the lowest common denominator. And to the extent that you cater to the lowest common denominator, you will get the lowest common
The
denominator.
reason I'm doing this
That's
is
the
so I
problem.
can pick up furniture.
And so, no child left behind? No, I understand that. And again, if you went to public school, you would know this is true. That a lot of times the school is now like the school classes are based around basically the bottom 50%, or at least probably bottom 20% of people's understanding.
I'm gonna place it in front of the door.
And that's it, participation trophies for everyone? Well, that's racist, because let's be real, minorities would be the most ones left behind. Well, I don't really care, whether it leaves behind white people, black people, Mexicans, or Asians, it doesn't really matter. The thing is that if you have people that are stupid, and you're tailoring the education around protecting them and making sure that they stay caught up with everything, you're just wasting your time. And another reason, too, is that a lot of the students that end up graduating that are retarded, those students end up getting privileges and advantages that effectively let them pass the class in the 11th hour anyway. So this is what I think is really funny about it, is that we graduate, and I remember this was whenever I was in school, right? And you guys can tell me if the same thing happened with
I guess I'll put this
is
there.
that if you went to a public school, tell me if this is what happened, is that a lot of times you would have kids that are really, really stupid that would get a ton of advantages and bonus points on a test or on a final grade or something like that if they just did some menial, worthless activity that didn't even indicate that they knew anything, right? We all say yes, right? So the entire focus around trying to cater the education system around these people has just hurt everything. And that's the problem. If you took out, and this is really what I would say, is that if you took out the bottom 5% of people that are in schools and you just let them fail out of school, schools would become twice as good, and we would totally change this growth. I'm not kidding whenever I say that if you took out, now this is a question I'll ask you again. If you took out the bottom 5% most problematic people inside of your school, what percentage of the problems would go away? Bottom 5% are gone, expelled, in permanent detention. What percentage of the problems would go away? Everybody's saying like 100%. All the problems are going on.
And then I'm
So
gonna put
how
all
is
my
it that
trash
our
in
education
this.
system is catered
Alright.
around micromanaging these bottom 5% functional animals and effectively
I'm just going to.
sabotaging
No, I
95%
don't.
of our kids to learn
I'm gonna
fucking school.
dismantle it. Disassemble.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Okay, I'm
And nobody
destroying
wants to talk about this because it's elitist, or people could say it's racist or something, but it's true. It's absolutely true. And anybody that's been to a public school knows it's true.
it.
And until you admit it and you work
Wow, that's
against it,
fast.
nothing's going to change.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to brand your business? We print banners and signs that help you stand out, and must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and hoodies. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20, because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.com.
But who truly benefits from a population that really can't buy liquidity and ask questions? These same taxpayers that solve these problems are selling the solution. The same government that claims prosperity is defunding schools.
So we're blaming the kids? Yes. Some people
I'm
are
just
born
gonna
with
grab
more talent points
this.
than others. Some kids
I'll
are
grab
stupid.
these since it's trash.
What I would do is I
I'll
would
read
create a
this.
secondary special education program for the bottom 5% and I would put them in traditional courses for 4 years and teach them as many types of working skills as possible and then get them out of there and then make sure that the rest of the students are held to higher standards. That's what I would do. We already have that. No, it's not good enough. Yep, not good enough. I understand that, but like it's not good enough.
At the same time, using
Yep.
our tax dollars to build yet another AI data center.
What every educator who's advocating, every educator feels is traumatic decline in basic critical listening skills and executive systems. That's particularly important for high school age students where they're engaging in complex material and can't grasp basic concepts
Yep.
or manage basic memory about those concepts. And what this is creating is a generation entering the workforce without basic comprehension skills that is going to make it very hard for them to keep and maintain. On the inverse,
True. He's right.
families being not only pulled out of the public school system and sent to things like
See?
Montessori schools, but being pulled away from technology, access to anything more than, say, a TV or a video game station until they're a teenager, or tablets or phones.
Can I die?
What they're trying instead is the normal
not
childhood
sleeping?
stuff, playing outside, reading a book, coloring sheets.
How many hours is he going to sleep? He went to bed at
Actually building
18.
soft skills
So
that make someone much better
that's
able to navigate the world around them as they get older. The
8
gap is
p.m.
not going to be who
No,
can use
6
AI
p.m.
and who cannot. The gap is not going to be who is an all-star on the ACT
Dang,
with a full
11
ride.
hours
sure.
of sleep.
The gap is going to be who can
Sleepyhead.
reason in a basic way and
I don't even think I have that
Exactly what I
trait.
said. Good line.
and those that cannot
Maybe I
will
do.
probably be left behind.
Yeah, I don't have sleepyhead.
That's it. Dude's also a Marine. I don't know if he's a Marine or not. Yeah, I have no idea. No, you didn't. I absolutely did. I said to these people, oh yeah, no, maybe that is Marines. And the few, yeah, he is. So, wait a minute. You said the opposite? No, I didn't. And what I said is that you have to teach kids basic math. Sorry, not basic math. Basic logic. You have to teach them abstract logic thinking techniques rather than trying to have them, basically memorize, like some equation. Like, that's not a good way to do it. Yeah, I did say that. You can just scroll back and you'll find it. I'll link you guys the video. There it is. So I do think it's very, very funny that at the very end of the video, the thing that I said they needed to do, the only guy that I think really had a firm grasp on this is the exact kind of guy that I think needs to be involved in schools. Absolutely. This girl was a teacher previously, she said the same thing. Well, no, it's because math is something that's
Eating dog food is
and
so
what she
nutritious.
was really saying is people that are remembering certain specific things. It's not
Oh,
about
it probably
memorizing
gives me
certain specific things, it's about
unhappiness.
learning and understanding a process of intaking information.
God, that's
And if you don't understand the process of intaking information and processing and deciding on information,
human
then you're going
contact.
to fail.
Yeah, that ain't gonna
That's really it.
happen.
Don't it at all? I don't know. I can scroll back and find it. I don't really care. But that's what she said. I don't remember exactly. And yeah, it's a video about teachers and all. Yeah, I mean, I think that really a lot of this does have to do with bad teachers, though. I do think this. And a lot of people like to, you know, not blame the teachers, but I think the teachers definitely are at fault. And I think the reason why is because we don't have enough money to pay for good teachers. That's it. Math, logic, and reasoning, abstract thinking, what the fuck? No, see, like, everybody thinks that math is abstract logic and reasoning, but the way that it's taught in schools is not abstract or logic. What they teach people in schools is they teach them to, you know, do this equation, apply this equation to this triangle.
What's my carpentry skill?
That's it. That's not really learning any sort of real skill. That's
1.
just teaching them to do A, B, C.
What can I make with carpentry?
That's it. It's memorization. The majority of school is memorization. To the extent that the majority of school is memorization, will be the extent that I think people won't really be able to learn.
Can you not do carpentry?
Well, of course you do. Yeah, I mean, of course I've been out. Yeah, sure.
How do you do carpentry?
It's teaching routine, not teaching logic. Yeah, you're teaching them routine and not logic. There's the video. Make sure to give it a like. And I think this is a huge problem. And again,
I'm gonna search up what you can make.
This problem until people
what
are
can
willing to
you
accept that
make
all
with
students will not
carpentry
get the same outcome.
level?
You can't expect every student to be able to understand algebra. You can't expect every student to be able to understand, you know, a lot of abstract concepts because some people are just stupid. And really, I mean, you think about it, there's a lot of people that are dumb. So whenever you tailor an education system around trying to protect dumb people,
okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this axe.
How are your grades?
God, that condition's so nice, and I've used it.
Like the standardized test,
I'm gonna cut down some trees.
my GPA is very low. But like in terms of standardized test, it's great. But get a master's degree, no, absolutely not. Taxonomy, understanding application versus memorization data. Yeah, definitely. I don't know what that is exactly, but I'm sure it's basically the same thing. 90 to 95% of the actual ability to learn read. That's why it's like about removing the bottom 5%. Yeah, it's exactly what I said.
I'm sprinting. This is walking, this is sprinting. That's crazy. Alright, there's nothing. I'm gonna set my axe on the floor. I'm going to equip the garden saw. I'm gonna pick up all the logs I can. Only 4. I'm gonna put these on the ground. No. Put these on the ground. And I'm going to saw. I'm gonna make some planks. So I got 24 planks. Okay, not bad. These logs must be real small. So I can only make 12 out of 4. The ground can only hold 50 space. It should be infinite. That's round. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be infinite, but like, it should be high. Oh, great. I hate zombies, but you know, it's a zombie apocalypse. What am I supposed to do? Quit primary. And then on the floor, I'm gonna cut all the logs. This is making my carpentry increase, right? No? Oh, it is. Okay, that's good. Drill plank. And what does this do? Craft one. I'm gonna craft one. It takes one plank. Now I have a notched wooden plank. Can I attach it? Place? No. Oh, what can I do? What does creating a notched? Oh, what can you do with a wooden, a notched wooden board? Okay, so like a shelf. Shelf? How do I do that? Oh, I attach it to bookshelves. What? Camping? Okay, whatever. Crate spear, campfire materials, drawer, burrito. I need nails to do a lot of this. Splint? What does splint do? I don't know. I still need one of these. I have thread. I have wood glue. Wait, I can make it. Because I have empty notebook and I have wood glue. And I think I have thread. But I'm not 100% sure. God. A lot of zombies. Get out. I'm afraid to go to the car now. I have wood glue. I know. I know. What? Oh my god, I left it at the warehouse. Oh god. Alright. That's not too good. Okay, well, I guess that's useless. Now we'll put it with notched wooden plank. Alright, what else can I make? I can make 8 sturdy stick. I think it's supposed to say A, but it says 8. I'm just gonna create 3 spears. I'm gonna create spear with kitchen knife. Now I have spear with kitchen knife. Oh. Do I have... No? Oh, I have to wait. I have to wait. Wait, why can't I make it? I just want to make a spear. Oh, I need a thing for that. That's why. I need to reclaim it so I can make more spears. I need to make 2 more. And then here's 1 more. I'm gonna keep a kitchen knife on me, cause why not? And the garden saw back. There. Then I could do whatever I want with these planks. How do I make carpentry? I wanna make a barricade. How do I do that? Make 2 log stack. Oh, it requires rope. Okay. I could do one of that. Bear. I don't know. Maybe you have to find them. I don't know. I'll find out eventually. What is Diddy like doing? Alright, I think I'll stop for